When you're trying to speed up your PC, you don't have to open settings, then task manager, then open Runbox, maybe, and do all these different things. Let me show you how you can do everything in one place. The app looks like this and is called Microsoft PC Manager, and you can get it in the Microsoft Store. The app here is kind of locked to a certain size. You cannot make it bigger. But taking a look here, you can see my memory usage is at 76%, and then temporary files are 3.1 gigabytes. Now hitting this boost button is simply gonna clear some memory and delete the temporary files. Now the boost is complete, temporary files are all gone, and the processes are still slowly closing. So that's slowly going down, but now it's stuck at 69% and going back up to 70. So it's not doing a crazy amount. This is definitely not going to increase your PC speed very much at all. And then get Smart Boost. It says your PC Manager will automatically boost your PC when high usage of RAM or there are 1 gigabyte of temporary files. You can turn that on. Looking at health check, here you just go down the list, and if there's anything they don't want it to do, just uncheck it. Anything you want it to do, hit the check mark, and then once you're done, just hit proceed. And then going back to the main page here, nice thing is everything is in one place. You have all these icons right here, super simple. Going into processes, you can see all the processes that are currently active and going on. If you want to end any of them, you'd simply hit end, and you can also see how much space they're taking up and how much processing power. Now looking at Deep Clean, you got to give it some time to scan. So here it's selected over 915 megabytes of stuff. So application items, this is anything application related. I'll just keep that as it is. And then looking at system files, most of these aren't very big, so these can all go. I'll keep the application items and then simply again hit proceed. Now we've only freed up 186 megabytes, which is nothing crazy again. And then startup here, it actually says how long your startup is, so that's kind of neat. And then here you can turn on or off whatever you want to automatically launch when you turn your computer on. So for me, I've already gone through this previously inside startup. If you want to do this the longer way, you can search for startup apps, then also go through the settings in here. Gives you a slightly bigger list here, but most of this does not have very much impact. And with most of these settings, you can also go into File Explorer and Settings and do this manually, but this is just a much quicker way of doing it. And then protection is just your virus and threat protection. You can look for an update, change your default browser settings, and then taskbar repair, which pretty much just resets your taskbar. So if you have any modifications or a third-party app that you're using to modify your taskbar, it will just reset that. It's pretty useless, I would say. I don't see that freeing up any space really, or not very much. And then pop-up management. If you're having a lot of pop-ups, maybe from apps, you can enable them or disable them. I have them disabled. And then going into storage, you can do a deep clean. So this will do a pretty thorough clean again of your hard drive, what we saw up here earlier. So this is just going into storage. You have all your shortcuts here, or most of them at least, and then you have separate sections or categories here again. And then down here you also have separate categories for downloaded files, large files. So going into downloads, you can see here you can sort these by source as well, so whatever browser you're using. And then here you would just check whatever you want to delete and then permanently delete it or move it to somewhere else. And then same thing for large files, duplicate files. So these would be any files with the same name. And then storage sense actually takes you into settings. And this pretty much just enables automatic temporary file cleanup. So it'll just clean up your temporary files automatically. And then inside app management, it'll show you all the apps that are currently running, your startup apps again, and then a deep uninstall is pretty much just uninstalling the app and also deleting any files that would be left over from it. So anything in the registry, any backend files that might be left, and also delete those. And then Toolbox is another very neat one here. You have a bunch of little tools here. So you can take a screenshot, which is kind of like a snipping tool. So I could take a screenshot of just that section there. You can achieve the same thing by hitting Control Shift S. And then this will take you to your screenshots folder. And then this is live captions. I guess kind of like an overlay for when you're watching videos on your PC. And then your notepad, calculator, and so on. And then going into settings, you can just set some preferences. You can set it to boost automatically when the computer detects high usage. And pretty much the same thing that we saw earlier. Again, you can do all these things manually by going through settings and file explorer and so on, but this is just a quick way to have everything in one place and be able to analyze and run quick scans and know what exactly is going on.